morning, everyone. Paul McMann here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with me this morning, April 12th, 2022. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission is to help you become financially independent. And we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our proprietary trading indicator. And we do that with one-on-one personalized training, which we think is really the most efficient and effective way to learn trading from someone who is already successfully trading, has mastered the skills and talent that you're trying to master, and become your guide in terms of missing the pitfalls. With our signals, we have a dozen different trading signals. When you enter training in the program, we develop a trade plan around your trading preferences. I am going to use two of the signals this morning, or at least one, and maybe two if time permits. One is something called the 10-point trade, which basically tries to get all the lines to line up, or majority of the lines to line up. And the second is something called the thick orange line trade, which is a little scalp, which we would take at the top of the hour, right before the candle changed. So with that, let's get going and see what we can find this morning. We start by listening to this guy.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendation as to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
One of the things that I believe is a great thing about our program is we are very, very transparent. And by that, I mean, we come on live. We do live trades every day where you get to watch and see a trader do their analysis, recommend a trade, and see the trade come to conclusion. And you can make your own evaluation as to, gee, that works, or gee, that doesn't work. When you are in the light program, you get access to what's up here in the yellow. It's kind of a scaled down version, but still enough for you to make an informed decision. Once you become a regular member, in addition to what's up here, you get access to, we do a live trade at 10 in the morning. We do a live trade at 10 in the evening. 10 in the morning trade is typically a scalp trade. 10 in the evening trade is typically a longer term trade. And then we also have additional paid sessions with the on it. So lots of opportunity to earn while you're continuing to hone your own skills and have access, continual training and being able to get questions answered, or go back over issues if you're having a problem, so that we can get them fixed. And the nice thing about the program is we care about what you're doing because you're trading with our funds. So it's not kind of a one-time we collect your fee and then you're off on your own. We are with you together. So with that, let us get going. I trade off of a off of a schedule, a little trade routine. Like to check when I start every day to make sure everything is connected. I like to restart the green charts every day, so there's nothing stored up that's causing the be a problem with the charts. If I have at the end of every day, I like to kind of review what my activity was, specifically what didn't go as I planned, so that I can continue to learn from it and add another tool or trading rule to my list of rules. And you'll see every once in a while I still sometimes do something that I know better than to do. As we are technical traders, we want to start the day by taking a look at forexfactory.com. Forex Factory tells us what news is going on that might impact currency. So Forex Factory breaks the information down into kind of low impact, which is yellow, medium impact, which is orange, and high impact, which is red. And you can see we have several red items this morning at 8:30. They're announcing a consumer price index. I don't attempt to predict whether that information is going to be good or bad. I am strictly trading based on what the indicator is telling me that the price action is that's happening. So when there's a news event, I get out of the market before that news event, and I usually like to be out of the market 2 hours before. Sometimes you'll see news leaks, and it starts to have an impact on something on the pair. So as we're within that 2 hour window, we won't take any USD trades this morning. And then kind of the rest of the day is kind of clear sailing until 10 p.m. tonight for the New Zealand dollar. It's got some news coming up. So with that, let's get into it and see what we can find. I start with the light 6 major, which is one of the standard charts. Light 6 major is one of the standard charts. I like to call it the composite chart because it is showing us 6 different currency pairs. On this first one, they're all U.S.-based pairs. Even though we're not going to trade the U.S., I'm going to just still go over the chart just to see if we see the setup for the trade. And it is on a 1 hour candle. I start with this middle part of the chart, which is called the majors and minors. The red and green line are the major indicator. The black and gray line is the minor indicator. Horizontal red line is the oversold line. So when the lines are down below the red line, that means the market's oversold. That is a good time to buy. And likewise, when the lines are above the blue line is the overbought line, and the lines are up here, that's the beginning of a good time to sell. So I'm looking for situations where these lines are below, pointing up, or above, pointing down. So right now we are just entering the overbought section. So nothing here yet. Same with the Euro USD. The lines are just entering overbought. Minors have actually started to turn, but majors are still going up. Pound dollar. Everybody's going up. There's actually a nice steepness to the lines. I have a double cross, which means the red line is the green line is crossed over the red, and the gray line is crossed over the black. So I've got 3 points here. 1, that we're oversold going. 2, that everybody's pointing up. And 3, I've got the double cross. this is kind of a borderline in that we are just passing the halfway mark. So it would depend whether I take this. But once I see this, like this is a nice signal. I would go to my TNTs and see how many lines are consistent with what I'm seeing here. 2 orange lines going up very steeply. The 2 blue lines are coming down. The blue lines are inversely related. So when blue goes down, that means buy. So all 4 lines here are telling us buy. So I've got part 2 of the signal, and then part 3 of the signal is I want all 3 sections. They're measuring something different. I want all 3 sections telling me this is a good buy. And when I get all 3 sections telling me it's good buy, that increases the probability that this is a good trade. We have got somewhat downwards or sideways pressure here, but the green line is on top. So I get a point for either the lines going up or the green line being on top, which I have right here. So I've got 8 points across here. So this is an okay signal, or it's a signal that I would go on to the next piece of my analysis. I'm not going to do that here because I don't want to take a trade on the US dollar. But in terms of a setup, this is the setup that I'm looking for. So I've got that here. This signal is probably even a little better than this signal because this one's gone a little bit more than halfway. US Canadian dollar, everybody's coming down. So we're overbought. Everybody's coming down, and I've got the double cross. The red's on top and the black's on top. So 3 points here. The 2 oranges are coming down. Dotted blue going up, and the thick blue is kind of going down a little bit. So 3 of the 4 are telling me buy. I need a minimum of 3 out of 4. I've got really weak up pressure, but the red line is on top. So again, I've got 7 points. So this is a good signal. Same here. I don't like this signal on the US Swiss franc as much as I like this signal because here the green line is more steep to less steep. So it's not as strong. Here, this is coming down and it's quite steep. Again, 4 out of 4 here. The 2 orange lines going down, the 2 blue lines going up, and red is on top, indicating sell. But we are going to, I am going to stay out of this right now. And again, the same here, USD Yen. Everybody's going down, good steepness. The lines are all clustered, and we're not quite halfway. So 3 points here. 1, 2, 3 out of 4 here. Thick blue going up, which means sell. Weak up pressure with red on top, so 1 point here. So 7 points again here. But we are going to pass on any of the USD trades because we have that news item coming up. So what I've done is I've cloned this chart, this light 6 major, and I've got it with 6 different currency pairs. With the 6 different currency pairs, these are non-US based. So let's see what we have here. All right, so euro, a pound. I've got 3 points here. The 2 orange lines going down, dotted blue going up, so 3 points here. This is sideways pressure. Sideways pressure with green on top. So I don't really have a point here. I like that the green line is going down, but the red line is kind of horizontal. If this was sloped down, this would be I would do a little bit more analysis. But let's see what else we have. See if we've got a more clean trade. But euro pound sell. Uh, and again, I don't want it to almost be there. I want it to be there. I want to just do what the chart is telling me to do. So I don't want to like pre-anticipate what the chart is going to do. I want the chart to tell me this is where we're at. So I can wait till I see a signal that does what I want it to do, that sets up the way I want, and then take the trade. I only need 3 trades a day, and I'm doing very well. So here we're overbought going up. Here we're overbought, and it's starting to come down. I don't have 4 here. I've got 3 points here. I prefer this to be a little bit steeper, the lines, the majors to be a little bit steeper. But I only have the thick orange is coming down and the thin blue is coming up. I want to have a minimum of 3 of the 4. I don't have that yet. Here we're in the middle of the channel turning. Here we're in the middle of the channel turning. Here we had started to go up middle of the channel, and it turned and is coming back down. So nothing there. So here is another pair of 3 or a pair of 6. Canadian dollar, yen, majors are kind of going sideways. Minors are going down. It's the middle of the channel, so nothing. Euro dollar, euro, New Zealand dollar, oversold and still going down. Pound New Zealand dollar. It has started to turn. Minors are starting to come up. Majors are starting to. This is kind of an up signal to me. It's really more of a sideways. Plus, I've got the kink in the line where I'm more steep to less steep. So I'm going to pass on this. I want to see a line that's got like good steepness to it. So I'm going to pass. New Zealand dollar, yen, overbought, still going up. New Zealand USD, we're not going to trade because it's USD, but it is going up. Euro, Swiss franc, we're in the middle of the channel, kind of going down. Minors are going down. Majors are a little bit sideways. So nothing there. So let's take a look at another 6. Australian dollar, Canadian dollar, overbought going up. Swiss franc, yen, the middle of the channel, and it's starting to turn. Euro yen, overbought. Everybody's coming down. I've got the double cross. The red is crossed over the green, and the black is crossed over the gray. So 3 points here, but I only have 2 of the 4 here. Thick orange is coming down, and thick blue is going up. I want 3 of the 4. So it's not ripe yet. Oversold. Majors going up, minors going on down, so I don't have consistency yet. New Zealand, Swiss franc. We overbought, still going up, and Canadian dollar, Swiss franc. It's in the middle of the channel, and it looks like it's turning. So we've just gone through 24, and we didn't see anything. The closest thing was, let's go back and take one more look at the euro pound. Euro pound. Come on. right, so we have, since we looked at it when we were looking at it a minute ago, this line was horizontal. Now we do have weak down pressure. What makes it weak is that the lines are not steeply sloped, and there's a gap between the lines. The signal is stronger when the lines are closer together. So I've got a point here. I've got 3 points here, although we've just passed the halfway mark. The 2 lines here, 2 orange lines going down. Thick blue is going up. So once I see the signal, what I want to do is get confirmation of it. And the confirmation is I am going to go to a full chart of the euro pound. And that full chart, I'm going to go to another tab here so I can take a look at it. It is a little slow. So this is the Euro USD. So I'm going to change this from Euro USD to Euro Pound. And what I want to do is I want to get confirmation on the 2 and the 4 hour chart. On the 2 hour chart, my majors are coming down, but they're in the middle of the channel and they turned. And also on my 4 hour chart, we're in the middle of the channel and it turned. I don't like this. I don't like the setup. Ideally, I am looking, I want the majors and minors to be overbought. Also, on both the 2 and the 4 hours. So if this signal changes, that we will eventually get it. It'll just take a little bit longer. Given that we have, we're midway through, almost all the way through the channel on both of these, and they're going down. When it's down here, it's going to turn up. If I catch the trade above the blue line, it is going to run down. It just may take a little bit longer for it to run down. When the lines are down here, I don't know how much more of a move there is before it starts to turn around. Now this line is tremendously steep, but I'm going to pass on this because I don't like the second part of the setup. I want to see these lines up here on the 2 and the 4 hour. They don't necessarily have to be going down like they are, but I just want them to be overbought. Here we're almost oversold. So here we're overbought. Here we're oversold. So I'm going to pass. I'm going to pass on this setup. So with that, let us go and we are going to see if we can find a little scalp trade. I'm going to use a different signal now. The signal is called the thick orange line signal. It's good when there is less than 5 minutes left on the chart, on the candle. And you can see we've got 5:43 left. And I'm looking for where the thick orange line is. And this number up here is a scaled number. When the thick orange line is as high as it can go, like when it was over here, it's at a 10. When it's as low as it can go, it's at a 0. When it's at a 10, it is telling me that it is time to, there's not any more up in the movement. If there's no more up in the movement, then that's a good time to sell. Likewise, when it's down here and it is saying, please mute yourself if you haven't already. So this is a real quick, this signal is a real quick read. I'm looking if this is 0 or 10. And then if it is, I'm going to look for something to confirm it. So 0 or 10 are within 1 point. So 5 isn't close enough. 2 isn't close enough. 6 isn't close enough. 0.2 is close enough. 0.2 is close enough. If I see this, so that's within one of 0. You can see it's actually been 0 for the last 2 hours. What I'm going to do to confirm it is I'm going to look and see where the majors and minors are. And I want the majors and minors to be well oversold. Specifically the majors, and specifically the red line. Right now they're still in the channel, so I don't have the 2 parts of the signal. Part 1 is that this is 0. Part 2 is these lines are down below the red. So I don't have that, so I'm going to pass. 2 isn't close enough. 5 isn't close enough. So let's go on to the next group. $1.75 isn't close enough. 5 isn't close enough. 7 isn't close enough. 5 isn't close enough. 7 not close enough. I'm looking for a 0 or 10 or within 1. 2 isn't close enough. So let's go to our next group. Three isn't there. 6 isn't there. 4 isn't there. 10 is there. 10 is there. So now I want to look to where my majors and minors are, and I want these lines way up here. So this is telling me there's more up in the movement. So even though this is telling me it doesn't think there's any more up in the movement, down here it's saying, hey, yeah, there is more up. I'm going to go up through the channel. So I don't have consistency, so I'm going to pass. 4.1 isn't close enough. 1.2 isn't close enough. I want it under 1 or less. And even if this was 1, I still don't have my majors and minors where I want them to be. So we have just gone through 24 signals, and we didn't find a trade using either the 10-point signal or the thick orange line signal. We did see a trade on a couple of the USD pairs. The signal was good, but because we've got news coming up, we decided we're not going to trade within that 2-hour window of the news coming up, because I can't predict how the news is going to. Like, I know the indicators are accurate, so when it's giving me the signal to buy, that's generally a good signal. But since I've got news coming up, I cannot see how I can't predict how the news is going to impact the pair, and I don't want to guess. So I'll just sit it out, and then maybe 30 minutes after the news is hit, I might look for an opportunity to trade then. But up until then, no. So I am sorry we didn't find anything that was worth trading. You don't always have to be in the market. You want to be picky. You want to swing at a good pitch versus swinging at a bad pitch. Swinging at a bad pitch, very small chance that you'll get a good hit. You can, but the chances are you won't. So you want to wait till you see your pitch and then take it. And I didn't see anything that I liked, so we're going to sit out. We will. Our indicators are tremendously accurate. Watch for the trade that I'll send out, the trade setup that I send out tonight. And we will see you again Thursday morning. Thanks so much for being here. Let's see if we get any questions. No questions. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll see you on Thursday. Bye-bye.